Kablammy!
Going on a merry-go-round, remembering the first time your dad said he loved you.
I had a channel that I nuked before, and you have to take that hard reflection, look at yourself in the mirror, and realize you suck. I failed my generational line!
Second cousins are fair game.
I like this guy, he's a good fella. Keeping it real, keeping it raw. I can't speak perfectly all the time. I'm only mortal.
That's your next channel.
You can't say that, they're gonna take it, you fool! My wife has been milking me for years.
As one would.
So I have two friends that get milked. Gross. Did you see that I have this hat now?
Snaps his fingers.
Did you get a...
I have a red.
Yeah, you got a burgundy
Yeah, somebody
one.
got me a gift.
Oh, somebody.
Somebody.
Somebody?
Somebody.
Miss 90-day rule breaker. Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Outrageous.
Outrageous.
You get hammered at the bar
Wendy-
one
Wendy-
time and
Wendy
she
was
shows
mad
up
at
and
me.
breaks the 90-day rule.
Yeah, Wendy was mad at me when we showed up. Where were you? You should have come out.
What?
He was having a baby.
I'm sorry that I was currently in labor, giving birth. Like a seahorse.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You made your wife give birth? What are you? What kind of
Gay.
man are you? Oh.
We're starting off strong, I think.
Wow. Are we glad you're here? Welcome to Man vs. Morning. We're so glad you're here. And today I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Nolan, the Sandalorian, Tack, the Tactician, and our featured, honored, special guest, Administrative Results. How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Good.
Wow.
What's up, dudes? What's up, dudes?
There it is. Nice.
Have you gotten a handshake yet?
I don't ask
get-
anymore because Rich pummeled me. He what is he in the army?
Hurtful?
Oh, he's a staff sergeant.
He's sergeant?
He's a
staff sergeant.
He's a
drill sergeant.
drill sergeant specifically. So he drill sergeanted me into shamed me into like not now asking to shake hands with people because he was like, I'm not gonna do that, Jake. I just want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I said, okay.
Now
then-
I shake hands with
But
every
then
guest.
immediately shook Nolan's hand.
Yeah, and then immediately shook Nolan's hand. It was a psyop the whole
like
time.
that.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I hated it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all.
He flanked you.
right.
He subverted expectation.
He's a master of
He'll hurt your fifis.
I
psychology.
don't doubt it.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Right.
It's his entire motive.
Yeah. You show up fat, he's like, hey, why are you so fat? there's no tiptoeing around.
No,
it.
he just gets right to the point.
Straight to the core.
Yeah.
I
Straight
like
to the
that
core
shirt
issue.
on you, man. It's
Oh,
looking
thank
fresh.
you. Yeah, I'm on island time right now.
You really are. You got the Berks going on.
I just came back from Hawaii. I'm living the extravagant life of a
What
YouTuber.
were you doing in Hawaii?
Baby moon, kid number 2.
Heck
Wait,
yeah,
is that
dog.
a thing? What's a baby moon?
It's when you take your wife on a honeymoon, but it's for a baby because she's about to pop.
Oh, you do it beforehand.
Yeah.
So it's like a push present, but it's a vacation.
Yeah.
Did you swim with the dolphins?
I swam with the sea turtles.
Wait, so she's about to have number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that, man.
That's called a-
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How old's the first one?
I'm not saying on camera.
Fair enough.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't trust the internet with things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
As much as they can have.
Yeah. Well, can you talk about yours a little bit, or
I mean-
you want to get into that?
I mean, we can.
since we just broached the topic of babies.
Yeah, I'm a dad, everyone.
Nolan's a dad.
I'm officially a
He
dad.
finally fucking did it.
Yeah, I'm a real boy.
A real boy.
Real whole boy. My wife gave birth to a mutant. He's beautiful. He's got 4 eyes, 6 ears. Nice. Dude, I'll tell you something, friends. If you don't have a child, it'll change your entire world. I remember being a young buck.
Yeah.
Specifically like 2 weeks
A week ago.
Yeah. And like when other fathers would be like, oh, you just don't get it. You don't have a kid.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah, I do.
And then the baby comes out and you go, I understand everything they were saying now. Changes your entire, I'm pretty sure my DNA's like changed.
It does.
Locks in.
There's an actual chemical that gets released in your brain when you like see your kid for the first time.
Dude.
Is there?
Yeah. Like dads have a weird chemical thing, but like, I mean, obviously for moms it's more.
Yeah.
Did you know that
I knew
men
that
can,
about
like, you
women.
can produce milk after your wife has a baby? It's a real thing.
Don't like that.
It's a real thing.
At all.
My wife has been milking me for years.
It's a different type of milk.
That's how he's having baby number 2.
It's interesting. So I have 2 friends that get milked.
Yeah.
Gross.
Uh-oh. He's on that again.
Jake cuts all my grosses
I
out
do.
of the show.
Gross.
Because he says gross is a gross word.
It is.
Aaron,
Yes, sir.
doctor.
Doctor.
More of a
Doctor results.
Mr. Doctor Results. You run a YouTube channel.
I do.
And you live an extravagant YouTuber life.
Yeah.
As one does.
Tell us about your Bugatti.
It's a fine Bugatti. It's one of the best Bugattis you've ever seen. I got it from a Saudi prince. I ramshackled him on the price. I didn't get it for 10 million. I got it for 9.5.
Did they light up the Burj Khalifa like the American
They did.
flag after they
They
gave it
did.
to you? Okay.
That they did. And then they bragged about funding 9/11, allegedly.
They do that sometimes.
Every once in a while, you got to have your foreign. You can't have Saddam controlling the petrol dollar. No, it's got to be the Saudis.
So how many years in are you on your, what would you say, your YouTube career?
Technically about 5 years plus. I had a channel that I nuked before where I learned how to YouTube.
Yeah.
Made about, I want to say like maybe close to 100 videos, and they were all terrible.
Hell yeah.
So like I was approaching 1,000 subscribers, and then I went to the PD, and then once I got pretty much going with the PD, I nuked it.
Okay.
So there was like no social media presence.
So
Sure.
no trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It just wasn't working out, and I was like, oh, I need a real job.
Yeah.
And then it kind of picked back up once I got settled in there, and then
Okay.
here we are now.
What were you doing on that original channel? Can you spill some?
Oh
of
yeah,
the
I mean
beans?
it's kind of like a prerequisite to what I pretty much do now, where it was like airsoft video games and then firearms.
Sounds like
It just lacked a cohesive structure to what someone coming across it would find interesting, right?
Right.
It just wasn't good, like blatantly wasn't good.
Gotcha.
And you have to take that hard reflection, look at yourself in the mirror, and realize you suck.
But out of your horrible channel,
Out of your disgustingly
the name?
horrible channel.
It was just my name.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Admin results.
it was doctor administrative results.
Well played. I walked into that ambush. You got me, dude.
There it is.
You just bill drilled me from point blank, dude. Damn.
Or is it bureau
Stop
files
resisting.
now? How do we refer to you?
However you
G-Man.
design it.
There's 6 different names we can refer to you as.
Yeah.
What was your like favorite video that you made with your old channel? I'm really gonna deep dive you on this one
Let's see.
because there had to be like a favorite that you made.
Man, they were just all so bad looking back at it.
Best of the worst.
Oh, I also did vlogs on there too. Because I
Heck
was like,
yeah.
I was a big Casey Neistat fan. And I was like, if Casey Neistat can do it, I
Right.
can make Mesa, Arizona interesting.
Yeah, you were just forgetting about the 20 years of video production
Yeah, that's
experience he had prior to making a daily vlog.
And the background of like living in New York City where there's always something going on.
Yeah.
You walk out the door and something interesting is happening.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not really happening in Arizona like that.
Well, unless you go down to Scottsdale, go to that.
No, Scottsdale is just a bunch of sluts and rich golf dads.
Don't talk about my hometown. I'm not from Scottsdale.
Okay, I was like, what?
I stand by it. You're not gonna make me back down.
But I am both a slut and a golf dad.
How many did you do all your own editing and everything?
I did for a bit with that channel. And
You
then
did it
with,
for a bit.
Yeah, and then now with administrative results, I used to, but then I got editors and stuff just because it became too much. Trying to answer your question, my first video probably
Yeah.
on that, it was terrible, but it was my creation. It was the catalyst that would launch everything. I did like Battlefield 1 gameplay,
Heck yeah.
and I narrated like my talking into the Xbox editing app through the Xbox headset.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, that's
years.
going deep.
Yeah.
But
So.
so you've springboarded from just atrocity
And you have
Great
to.
atrocity.
Yeah.
into the glorious lifestyle. You have so many different channels. You have administrative results, executive outcomes, bureau files, the Armo podcast. Are you running that separately? I can't remember. On a separate channel? Or is that just
that was on Managerial Outcomes.
Right.
Managerial Outcomes kind of started as like a B channel for administrative results, where it's gonna be less produced videos. And then I was like, I want to try my hand into podcast stuff. But then I realized talking a long time just gets very taxing,
so that's why our podcast.
I got you guys. Oh no, he became self-aware.
Slowly zoom in.
So it was part of that.
Yeah.
And then executive outcomes used to be, I don't know if that was a jab or not. If it was, that was a good subtle jab. It used to be administrative results.
Been watching you for a minute, buddy.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan girl.
But then Eben Barlow brought back executive outcomes from the dead. I thought it was like history. So I was like, man, executive outcomes is on the table. That's a sick
You're all yoink.
That's a sick name. And then, of course, he brought it back, and I was like, "What? I can't be that guy." So I
Yeah.
just
Right.
gave it up.
He's all back to guns for hire.
yeah, which is way cooler than what I do. So
That's not true.
No, I respect the mercenary life.
Well,
Those are good boys.
that's a lifestyle for
Aren't
sure.
all soldiers technically mercenaries? If you
Absolutely.
didn't- There we go. Now-
Yeah. The
What,
mercs just make more money.
That's right.
yeah. There's less liability.
That's true.
We don't know who did it.
There's no medical pickup and there's no liability. You're good to go.
Plausible deniability for a government that wants to get stuff done.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
that's
right. That's your next channel.
Absolutely.
Plausible liability. Here we go. You heard it.
You can't say that. They're gonna take it. You fool!
Trademark it, quick.
I used to work with a guy like
Redact that.
I used to work with a production house that wouldn't let me Google anything that we wanted to make a channel name because he was like, if you Google it, they'll know. Like who?
Who's gonna
know?
they?
Like,
That's like the dudes who are.
Who's they? The guy who's
yeah,
like
it's
the
just a
first year
they.
intern at Google.
Yes.
Oh, the H1B.
Oh, that's a good name.
Do you know how many domain names that guy owns? It's like when people are like, so I got this really great idea, but I have to patent it before I can tell you.
Yeah, like
like-
just calm down.
Do you really think I'm going to steal your idea?
it's
First,
not-
I'm not that motivated.
It's not a car that drives on water, so you're all right. The
Okay,
government's
so-
not going to kill you over that.
So we've seen this play out with, I mean, almost every creator that gets to a point where they can do it professionally. But you got, you got your 10,000 hours or whatever in.
Yeah.
You got your 100+ videos in. I mean, you look at Mr. Beast's channel, you can see the same thing. Where they're just all still on there, which is, I think, a really good like education for people who want to start. But you start off on this path, and then you stop for a while. What was the shift in where you left off YouTube? You go into the police department, then where did you pick back up, and what was the shift?
COVID was picking up for a bit, so there was a lot more free time.
Okay.
And then a buddy of mine, we started making YouTube videos, and he was kind of promoting one thing, I was promoting another thing. We eventually went our separate directions, but that was where it all kind of picked back up. I want to say, like, I had an Instagram too, so like I was doing my Instagram stuff, and then I funneled the Instagram audience over to YouTube. And on YouTube, hardest number to get to is 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
And so I got past 1,000 subs, and that was going on. I was wearing the balaclava, hiding my identity because I was more afraid of my police department.
Understandably so.
And eventually reached critical mass to the point where I had it was between 30 and 60,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And it came to the head of the whole vaccination thing, forced vaccination. My police department could do it. And I thought, okay, well, I don't want to do this. Personally, I feel like it's not something I need.
They were going to force vax you.
Yeah, they're going to force. It's like you get it or you're fired. And I was like, well,
What a
I
country.
don't personally, I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
But they had the legal authority to pull it off. So then I was like, well, I'm just going to lean into the whole YouTube thing. At the time, no kids,
Yeah.
no real responsibility. My wife was working at the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, if there's ever the safest time to just send it
Yeah.
and take the risk,
Yeah.
it would be now.
Yeah.
So then from there, it kind of picked up to where it became like a full-time gig.
That was like the beautiful thing of that like moment in time was that people either crumbled under the pressure of it or they saw the same opportunity that you saw where it was like, if there's ever a time to risk everything, it's right now.
Yeah.
Like, I love it, dude.
Yeah, I remember the moment in Corridor where we just had to make the call on that kind of thing because I don't know if people remember this. People forget stuff like this, but there was a moment where the Biden administration was trying to push 100 employees or more forced vaccination, and if they would have gotten away with that, the next thing they would have done was go to every company.
Everybody.
would have
and then
gotten
they
away
went to,
with
went
it
to
too.
every American. That was the path they were going down.
Yeah.
And so I talked to Sam and Nico over there, and I just said, guys, look, like we have to draw a line here. We're not going to do this. Like I don't care what happens, but we're not going to force it onto people that work for us. That's just such a fundamental violation of rights. Like we can explain to them one way or another, but the point is we're not going to force that, and I don't care what happens. And they were like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And I was very proud of that.
The same party that preached "My Body, My Choice" for like 30 years, all of a sudden just completely flipped script
Well,
on it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That was like my big argument at the fire department was like, I thought it was my body, my choice. Like,
Well, they would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Yeah, you meddling kids.
Meddling
Well, it was
kids.
honestly, it was the big Ben Shapiro played like a major role in that. Like, it is a little gold star that Ben Shapiro gets.
Yeah.
They
Why do you
were-
have to use Gold Star? Sorry, that one just came out.
Is there something you're trying to say?
That's so fucked.
Was that a Freudian slip?
No, but he was.
Do you have something against the Jewish people?
The Daily Wire company was the first company to like file a
Why do you think
lawsuit,
it's
like a
called
federal
Daily?
lawsuit, and then they were able to get enough traction behind it. They stopped the Biden administration from using OSHA to mandate, because it would have been like 70 million Americans that fell under OSHA that would have been mandated. So like Ben Shapiro, he gets a gold star.
Dude, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Great job, Ben. Can you mail him a gold star? Or
Let's
is that
just
hate
call
mail?
it the opposite of a demerit.
I'm gonna get a little felt gold star and mail
Oh
it to
God!
Ben Shapiro.
Oh God, no.
Thanks for what you did for me.
What
I got
if
a
it's
hat from his company for donating to that campaign that said did not comply, so I'll mail them back a gold star and say thanks.
Thanks, Benny boy. Appreciate it. Big
your
dubs.
shekels?
Oh man.
Jesus, I never thought about
So
that.
I didn't know that.
So you
about
reached
I
critical
didn't-
mass.
Yeah, I didn't know that was kind of the catalyst that,
Yeah.
that had pushed you into sending it. That's good. Yeah. So critical mass, that's something we talk about quite often, actually, because I think that's one of the hidden secrets of how to do YouTube is a lot of people don't realize that, but critical mass being you have enough videos out there with enough consistency between the themes in each one and the releasing of each one that you get to a point where people are now finding your channel and then they're coming in and they're watching a lot more of the library.
Yeah.
And then that's having this sort of compounding effect to propel you further through the YouTube ecosystem. Was that a similar case? Is that kind of
Yeah, I mean, it does snowball,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, you've seen it before, of course, with your other channels.
Sure.
So, after you build up the library, your archive, the success does build upon itself, and you have reference material to pull from.
Yeah.
And you can use that, and you're making a name for yourself. So then you become something of interest, where it's like, and there's a cool thing too, like just a whole different tangent, where people, that they find you early on, it's like they found the upstart.
Yeah, it's the badge of honor.
It's the new band they found. They're like, ooh, I will watch your career with great interest, you know, and they're
Little
excited.
Palpatine,
They're excited
yeah.
about it, you know. It's like you found it, and you're investing,
He is
like you're
getting
investing your
stronger.
interest, you know.
Yeah.
So
Do you have like followers that commented like early on in your stuff that are still around that you kind of like know who they are?
oh man, I feel bad. There. I would hope there is. I hope they stuck around and they're happy with how things have turned out. It's so hard to keep track of that stuff now because there's just so much like noise going on.
Yeah.
Where I would feel bad. I remember like doing merch early on because I wasn't monetized yet, but I would write out handwritten notes to people that bought a shirt.
Wow.
That's super cool.
And then it's like just keeping that up though over time became like impossible.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, that becomes yeah.
But I mean I like that. You know, it was a cool little community at first, but
Right.
sadly things evolve like that, and for the better in some ways too. But I think people understand where it's like logistically, it's like I can't write 1,000 notes if I was selling 1,000 shirts.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Well, that just sounds like a quitter's mentality.
Yeah.
you got me there. Stay hard.
Come on, man. Come on. But so you have all these channels. Is there a favorite one that you kind of lean towards?
I've been really enjoying Bureau Files.
Yeah.
I've been having a really good time there because I've been doing gun stuff for 5 years.
Right.
And in some ways, it can get kind of redundant where you're like, all right, we have this piston-driven gun or we have this DI gun.
So we've got this new piston gun.
Yeah. We have
Standard
this.
defense innovation.
We have this ulterior design of an AR-180.
Right.
You know, it's like, okay, I get it. You know, and I still think they're cool.
Right.
But I think like pop culture wise, there's so much that kind of shapes the way we think and how we interact with everything else. That it's fun to like dissect that and the lore and like the real world applications from where that came from. And then there's just much more to expand upon. And it's kind of refreshing in a sense where, not to sound like I'm a hippie, but with firearm stuff, at the end of the day, it all is life or death.
Right.
And it's like kind of high stakes in some ways. It doesn't have to be. You can still have fun, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the seriousness, if you boil it down, it's kind of nice to step away from that high stakes, like in the firearms world, there's a lot of like people that are shilling stuff. There's a lot of people that are like just trying to show off or maybe don't have the experience to back up, And with Bureauphiles, it's like, I'm just going to talk about a movie, so the stakes are pretty low.
Yeah.
You know? So it's
The firearms world has such weird drama in it too.
that
you
it
know?
does. You know, you would think a bunch of people that focus on life and death wouldn't be caught up in the drama, but then you also realize guys in government agencies all have really big egos, and that kind of trickles down in how they interact with stuff because there's a lot of man-child syndrome in some guys. And, you know, it's like I'm the bigger pipe hitter. No, I'm the bigger.
It's the
pipe
classic like CQB argument of
Oh,
like what's CQB? Is it just shelling a house? Is it hand grenading rooms? Is it SEAL Team 6 CQB? Is it police SWAT CQB? Like they're all correct.
Mainly all dying.
Like they're all correct.
Is CQB death?
Well, I think that's
pretty much.
one thing that you did with the Administrative Results channel that hadn't really been. I mean, I know it's been done, but I think you kind of perfected a version of it, which is this contextualization of the firearm into more than just the weapon, but into its historical context, its functionality. You know, you get really into like the camos. You'd go to different environments for it. I think that was one thing that separated your channel, because before that, you had this wave of sort of like Gen 1 and even Gen 2 gun tubers where it was great, and thank God so many of them are still doing the thing, but like that was kind of one way to do it.
Yeah.
And you took that and made something, you took it and refined it into a different way. And I think that's at least what attracted to me about the channel.
Yeah, thank you.
You also kind of like distilled the visceral feeling. Like I remember watching the gun videos back when I would watch videos. And I don't watch videos anymore.
Because you're a dad now?
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Did I mention I'm a dad, guys?
Daddy's busy, boys.
Daddy's busy.
For the dad for 5 days.
Hey, he's a dad. He's
I'm a
in.
dad, brother.
He's completely out of touch, and he's about to land his first dad joke.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't know any of the music that's on the radio anymore.
I just don't understand it.
You kids, you damn kids these days. But like you really distilled what it like, the feeling you get, like the emotional, as gay as it sounds, the emotional feeling of shooting the gun, right? It wasn't just like, oh yeah, it's got a great recoil impulse. I love the Daniel Defense AR. It was like you spiced it up. You gave it that flair. You're like, hey, it's like going on a merry-go-round and remembering the first time your dad said he loved you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you brought the character out of the gun versus like just the gun review. Like I don't care what the spring weight is. Like you brought the character out of the, you know what I mean?
You know, there is a heavy connection to get very pretentious. Maybe there's a heavy connection for mankind and the weapons we use throughout history.
Yeah.
Where it's like you go back and dudes are using rocks to beat in another dude because he was jealous. God favored his sacrifice, and then we got swords and spears and bows, and all that's very. It just speaks to the male psyche of like, okay, this is the tool for which I will either protect myself or conquer. So in a weird way, and it sounds very like dumb, but in a weird way, I think there's a
That
deep
lizard brain
connection.
is in there.
It's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You pick up a bow, you're like, oh, this is right. Yeah. This feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you shoot bows quite often. don't you?
I try. I'm a little rusty right now. So one of my bows, my casual shooting bows, the knock on at the top, the horn knock broke.
Oh, no.
So I had to get devastating.
Yeah.
I had to get a replacement, but now the string isn't the right measurement. It's not jacked up properly.
I don't know.
I
what
missed
that
it.
means.
That was low hanging fruit. I was waiting for someone to make a joke. It's the phrase, but essentially when the bow bends to where like the shaft is,
Yeah.
Oh, we were making penis jokes.
to the string, like essentially it's like the bow's down here, the string's up here, and it's called like the jacked up. Like, I got it from like the British guys.
Okay.
Sir, can you please keep it?
Yeah, this is a PG
PG.
show.
My bad, boys. You can open up your Bibles to Psalms chapter 1. We will have a Bible study now.
I feel like a complete asshole. I don't know anything about bows.
No, I mean it's you're not getting grilled on. Hey man, do you know about medieval English archery? It's not like a skill you need to know. You gotta know how to pay your mortgage and stuff.
All I know is that's where the middle finger comes from.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Wait, really?
That's where the bird comes from, dog.
Wait, shut the fuck up. Really?
Aaron, please.
So
Yeah.
medieval era English longbowmen, you use your three fingers to pull and release arrows from the bow. Right. The French would capture these archers, and to hamstring them so they don't have to fight these guys again in the future, all they do is cut off those fingers so they can't use them again. I can't remember if it was all of them or a couple of them, so they can't draw the heavy English warbow. So it became like a jest to the French. If ever they see them, they'd flash them. Still have their fingers.
Interesting.
And so I think it evolved from there to the middle finger now.
That's super interesting because this is actually something I've like thought about in my life. Is like, how did that become how did that become a thing?
The Brits,
in
of
the
course.
lexicon.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think this is still derogatory for the British. So if
just
it's-
give someone like 3
Some
fingers.
hands.
I don't know if it's 3 or 2. My American brain.
Yeah.
It might be 3. Give
don't
them
know.
give them the 3.
We'll take the gang does. We'll go to Britain and
We
we'll find
took
out.
everything Britain did, refined it, boiled it down, and made it way better.
Yeah.
We just went to one finger.
And then Eminem refined the middle finger. Eminem has the best middle finger ever.
well,
Yeah, he
hold
has,
on.
like,
Stone
that,
Cold Steve
hard
Austin had a good
fingers.
one too, because he'd flip out the thumb.
Yeah, that's like
And
Eminem
then he had,
style.
like, the
It's,
knuckles out.
hard
Yeah.
knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really
Can we have the
accentuating
middle
it.
finger on YouTube?
Whatever.
Is Chase gonna have to blur all these middle
Every
fingers?
single middle
It's like when
finger.
we touch up here where he's covering the mic.
Oh, don't do that. That's mean.
He's just not going to use that.
There's
camera.
microphones up here that we just
Don't give it away.
we just blur them out. That way, it's a cleaner shot. It's not like I'm hiding what they are, but.
Now you're doing it.
That's my
Chase,
dad.
I'm so sorry.
No matter how old you get, you'll always be 12.
So is English Ron
English?
Bowman? Is that your?
When did you become a Korean man?
He's a
I wanna
dad
talk
now.
about it.
Oh, is
He's trying to
I
find
hate
his dad
that when you
You
person.
stumble on your word and they pounce on you like hyenas.
You made
Oh.
one minor spelling mistake.
I'm sorry, I can't speak perfectly all the time. I'm only mortal.
Listen to these hyenas giggling
Yeah.
over here, cackling.
Make one mistake and they pounce upon you.
I don't think you've gotten got yet. I think you're somehow hiding in the shadows of the show. You haven't gotten got at all yet.
he hasn't gotten got.
Jake's gotten got.
His
I've
day
gotten
will
got.
come. Don't worry.
It's coming.
It's easy.
I'm gonna hunt down the right guest.
Here's a life pro tip to make you seem cool. When someone messes up their vernacular in front of you, just ignore it.
You just. Oh, I thought you were gonna say just directly insult
Yeah.
them.
Or you can insult them.
Depends on how cool you want to be.
If you want to seem cool, you stumble, you just ignore that. You just say, oh, cool. Because you do it too.
I stumbled at the beginning of this episode, and y'all were gracious enough to not point it out.
Stumble all the time, dude.
Yeah.
It's called the edit.
It was just
glory of the edit.
It was just the first episode, and I don't remember how you stumbled, but it was like really bad. It was like this close to being like, "Hey guys, welcome to the channel."
It was like, hey,
Guys, welcome to
You know how many times my editor has seen me like just walk it back?
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
You look at the camera and you're like, "Cut that."
yeah,
So, anyways, English Ron Bowman.
right.
Is that your favorite distillery of archery?
I think it is. It's not the most effective form of archery. The Eastern bows are better, but the English longbowman to me is the most interesting. I'm a guilty guy for European combat. I think to me it's very interesting. So the longbow, how these guys grow up shooting it all their life, and that's not anything special to archery culture back in the day. Like these guys wanted to master the bow, so they started pretty young. But it's just such an interesting dynamic because you have knights and you have plate armor, and these guys are like trying to counter, and it's like the yeoman, and this is where it gets interesting because you have like these middle class, lower class guys, right? They're outgunned in the terms of the combat of the day.
Yeah.
But what they do have is years and years of pulling a bow back, and they're pretty meta at it. And when they get together, it's very devastating. Like imagine you're a knight in full plate armor, but then 10 English archers show up and they start peppering you with 1,700 grain arrows. One of those may find a weak spot, or they may just pull you down and cut you like a crab shell.
Yeah.
also,
your
that
weak
must
spots.
hit like a brick.
You know, the energy transfer, I'm not trying to get too autistic.
No,
on you.
please.
The energy
Please get
transfer,
autistic.
you would think it would be like, whoa, but it's like if it hits that plate armor, it's just going to skip off.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're probably going to feel it, but it's not
Hopefully
going
it
to
doesn't
hurt.
skip that way.
Right, yeah.
That's what they were hoping for, actually.
Yeah. But where was I at? Where's my train of thought going? So
Energy transfer.
the resemblance to this. So it's kind of like an interesting resemblance to like our American gun culture, where we have, say lower middle class guys, but we can still arm ourselves with armament, the best equivalent of that we can of the day, right? Like I can't afford a tank, but I can afford a rifle and kit
Sure.
to say, in theory, fight and become a threat.
Yeah.
That's how you steal a tank.
Exactly. You work your way up.
That's
Unless
my favorite
Joe Biden
argument
says
about-
you need F-15s.
Right, but like if I just shoot the pilot and steal the F-15, then
Then it's now our
it's
15.
our F-15.
I am the captain now.
Look at me, I'm the captain now.
They keep the user manual in there. They're pretty easy
Yeah,
to find.
yeah,
I think
We'll figure it
I
out.
played video games. It's like it's up, it's down. Seems
I played
simple.
Flight Simulator.
Forward.
Yeah, I've done a little Battlefield 3. I've gone from the jet to the tank, hopped
there's-
out of the jet, launched an RPG, got back in
the
the
jet.
jet.
Yeah, done and done.
So there's a little bit of, I guess, reverence for the middle class or lower middle classmen of the day, you know, using the means necessary to fight back against what appears to be a superior enemy.
Yes.
Yeah, I can respect that.
And what's interesting in that era, like the 100 Years' War, you have multiple battles where the English are the underdogs, not favored to win. But yet with this tactic of archers and men-at-arms, they pull off the victory over and over again. It's not until the French bring out cannons to break up these archer formations that they start to win. So they literally have to bring the most like modern black powder of the day, like black magic, I should say,
Right.
to beat a bunch of dudes that have
Was
bendy
black
sticks.
magic, yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
were they the
imagine-
first Europeans to utilize archery in war, or
No. I mean, of course not. You know, you roll it back to ancient Rome.
Oh,
or
true,
Back
yeah,
in the
I
day,
didn't think
everyone has bows. It's been around for. You go to what's his face, the guy they found up in the Alps. It's like Otzi the Iceman or Otzi the
Yeah.
Iceman. He had, I think, a yew bow of some kind. Right,
Okay.
and that's like 5,000 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, every now and then I feel like a smart person. I actually know what we're talking
Locked
about.
in, dude. We're
Nice.
tied
Nice.
I mean, it's nothing new, but it's like it seemed like that form of archery combat peaked in that era with those guys. And even after the gun came out, you know, the early muskets, they were still utilizing.
God damn, Aiden.
Hey, Chase, cut that.
As you were saying,
Aiden's making noise, but I love Aiden, so it's okay. They were making, you know, the
Thanks,
bows
buddy.
were still coming up, even with crossbows too.
Okay.
I believe when the Spanish landed in the New World, they were also still using crossbows.
Yep.
What's the major benefit of a crossbow over like an actual longbow? Because it seems like a longbow would be like your volume of fire would be a lot higher than like, because the old crossbows were like a crank to play, right?
It's crank to play, goat's foot lever.
Hell yeah,
The
crank
main
to
benefit is I could teach you how to shoot a crossbow right now. If I wanted to get you to shoot a warbow, you probably should have started when you were
Okay.
like 7.
Okay, yeah,
They were
sure.
considered also a weapon for the rich.
It was what the original
it wasn't
M16A2
really-
was.
Yeah, you
Like
didn't.
we could just give this to some kids from. I'll keep it above board.
I would say it's
I
more
understand what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah.
easier to raise a mass amount of crossbowmen if you can make the crossbows and utilize like cover. Like they had pavises, so they would utilize like these big shields. You know, they would move forward and plant a shield, work in teams. So one guy's shooting, one guy's cranking,
Oh, okay.
cranking his bow.
Right.
That's
really,
so interesting.
just hanging out with the
It's-
bro, cranking
you-
my bow.
when you watch footage from Ukraine though, that's like very similar to how they're still today fighting inside of some of the trenches when they're getting like bum rushed. They work in teams where one guy is literally, there's 2 guns and they're reloading the gun to keep one gun just going cyclic the entire time.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Turns out warfare's always been
doesn't
about
change,
cover,
yeah.
cover and move. I guess.
cover and move, dude. God.
War.
5
War
rules to a
never
gunfight.
changes. Am I right, brother?
Yeah.
So you said a little anecdote that I want to get at. You said the Eastern bow you actually think is a superior weapon.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Horse bow.
Like the
Bullion,
horse bow,
horse bow,
the church
baby.
bows, any of those composite bows where they have to, it's more complex to make and longer to make.
Yeah.
But the energy transfer is so much more efficient. Their overall size way more compact, so it's just way better. So you can use it from horseback.
Now, is that the recurve, or is
it
that
would be.
still a?
It's
a-
like
It's like a strange form of recurve.
yeah, it's that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a weird way to string it. They'll like put it way behind their leg and like bend it way over. And,
Really?
I have
and
one. I'll bring
string
it in.
up. Yeah.
now,
Oh, I
is
know what
that-
you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did that originate with the Mongols, or
You know, it's really hard to say. I mean, those kind of bows probably been around for
What are you
a
trying to say?
super long time. Yeah, those kind of bows probably going even way back in the day. I think it's just the amount of time to make them is the hard part, like the materials.
Okay.
Whereas, like with the English case, they most likely had access to a bunch of yew on hand. You
Yeah.
got to think with the eastern side of the world, they have much more trade, and there's a Silk Road and all that going on. England's
Yeah.
pretty far off on an island.
Yeah.
So historically speaking, if you think about it, England's probably not that wealthy for a long time until they build up a meta navy and they can conquer the rest of the world
well,
like
that's
the
exactly
Spanish
what
did.
happened, Yeah.
Dude, that's a super good point about history I never thought about. If you just like kind of ignore it and think that we were all advancing at the same time, like England was like trapped over there, and then they became the most dominant country on planet Earth for what, like 1,000 years.
It worked
almost?
out in their favor down the road. You know, you say Napoleon coming to power, raising this massive
Thanks,
army. He doesn't have the navy to invade England.
Yeah.
So it works out in
Yeah.
their favor down the road. And then, of course, with their massive naval fleet and their dominance, it's like you now have to mount an amphibious assault on England if you want to take them out. Even going into World War II.
Yeah.
Hitler trying to cross the
Yeah.
English Channel, he just couldn't mass the resources to do it because he's got all these other fronts he has to go fight. So I mean, in a weird way, it kind of worked out in their favor. Sure, they were poor back in like the Middle Ages when they couldn't get access to the Silk Road, but speed things up. It's kind of like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Take a loss in the front end for
I never
for
thought
winning
about
the back
England
end,
like
you know what I'm
that. To
saying?
be such a dominant like force on the world, on culture, on like human culture, and like
Well, that's a lot of time. A lot of people don't really recognize that about English culture. A lot of times people just assume it kind of just is what it has always been. But it started with, these druids that were just kind of up in this northern area on an island.
Shape-shifting mountain people?
Yeah, and then you get the Saxons, and then you get William the Conqueror coming over, and you get this influx of culture into that island, which is why English is such a difficult language for people that don't speak it to master, because it's this mash of everything from old Norman French words to original English words to Latin to Germanic words.
oh, that's true.
And it's all just kind of mashed together. So we have all these weird things that we say all the time that don't make any sense when you think about the logic of the language.
True.
Yeah, it's super true. So there was a moment where like English people were mixing DNA and then they quit.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You ever seen English people? They all look the exact same. There's like 12 families there. It's essentially Appalachia. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. That's where I'm from. I can make jokes about it. My granddad said once when I was a kid, the mule only rides so far before the sun goes down.
Oh, God.
Talking about familial relations.
Oh God.
Second cousins are fair game.
Gross.
Pretty sure it wasn't just second back in the day. But
So, the
keep it moving.
Bureau files.
No, let's expand upon this. Let's expand.
Appalachia is an island just like England.
That's
true. You guys are stuck.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I think my great grandfather married his first cousin.
Yeah,
Or Scotch-Irish.
When my granddad died, I was, you have like the funeral line where you have to like shake everyone's hand and like give your like condolences or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I met my aunt. I think her name was Mamie, but I was with my two closest cousins, and like when I like shook her hand, she introduced herself as a purebred Tackett, and it shook me. And I said,
What does that mean?
I said, what do you mean? And she was like, well, I'm a Tackett that married a Tackett. And I was like, that's gross. And then she compounded with it, and she was like, both my daughters marry Tacketts too. And I was just like, I want to leave. Like, I want to leave. Like,
a proper Habsburg line.
Appalachia, man.
Your blood is pure.
Habsburg line. That's if y'all don't know.
I don't.
Okay.
Please explain.
Can you explain it? Do you know a little bit
It's
more?
that
It's
they
the
did-
chin.
Yeah, it's like
the chin
through
that
all
comes out.
the in-family marrying, it's like those weird genetic traits they developed over time. It's a very prominent looking like chin.
You know, in Family Guy when they do there's the one.
Oh,
character
the long,
Yeah.
long gun.
that's what it is.
Oh, what a nobleman!
My people, the Melungeon people, have the Melungeon bump.
Oh,
It's like a bump on the
Do you
back of
have
your
a
head
bump?
that's called the Melungeon bump. I'm not going to confirm or deny. I
that's why you always wear a hat.
If he's not telling his kid's age, I'm not talking about my Melungeon bump.
Fair game.
It's probably not good.
Well, that's been a great show, everyone.
Okay, so you got admin results. It's kicking along. What actually spurred your interest in firearms content that kind of spun up that channel?
Well, it always referenced pop culture, where firearms showed their face and made impactful, appearances in pop culture. And then I've always been into movies.
Yeah.
So throughout my typical schedule, I'll usually watch, if I can, a movie a day.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I try and keep it pretty active. And a lot of times it's like rewatching. It's like my wife's just getting tired because I'm watching Master and Commander for the 19th time.
I've been on that ship.
Have you really?
Yeah, we filmed
Isn't it in San Diego?
Yes.
I've been on that ship too.
Yeah.
Think you're special?
The HMS Rose.
I think you're special.
No, I'm just saying there's only so many tall ships. Just go on a tangent here.
There was true endearment in those eyes. I hope you saw that. You were worried about the tangent. That was love.
I'm in it.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
You guys are in a special club.
Yeah.
This is it.
I'm not in that club.
No, there's only so many tall ships. Tall ships being traditional sail ships that are powered by wind. And we were looking to do an Assassin's Creed 4 video, and we wanted to film it at sea on a tall ship. And so there's only like 50 of these in the world, and 2 of them are in San Diego. And so we went down there, and we were gonna take this ship out onto open water, and then like a week before, they said, "Oh, we can't, because the last 5 times we've taken it out, we've told the Coast Guard that we're just doing a move of the ship, and so you're allowed so many permits before you have to like verify that it's seaworthy and do all this extra work on it." And we had used them all up, and we just happened to be the bad apple that came in at the wrong time. And yeah, but we made it work. We went down to Dana Point, and there's another one called the Spirit of Dana Point that we were able to take out. Yeah, that one was a lot smaller. So we had the same sized crew that was expected for this one ship, and then in a week we'd transfer them to this other ship, and there was no room to film on deck. And so we tried to send them all down into the hold. Which guys are coming up, puking all over the place. Like,
Can't see the water.
Yeah, they
What kind of hold was it?
I mean, it was like a central hold.
You know what I mean. Nolan got what I meant.
Here's a gold star.
Here's your shekel.
So they're all down there, and they're puking their guts out, and they're all getting seasick, and they clog the toilets, and then there's nowhere to go. You have to piss off the stern.
My God.
Anyway,
An authentic experience. Sailing the high seas.
We didn't pay any of them to be on the boat either.
Did they get a quarter ration of rum?
The funniest thing is that they were all pirate
Enthusiasts?
LARPers. They were like pirate LARPers, pirate reenactors. So
they're posers.
They had a clan that they called whatever their name was, and I all offered them Dramamine the morning of or the night before or whatever, which is the seasick medicine. And they all go, "No, we don't need any of that. We're pirates.
We're pirates, bro.
Yeah, half of them done. It's 10 minutes in, they're just puking.
Pirates who've never set foot on water. I've never been on a boat in my life, but I really like the pirate life.
GunTube YouTube community also. We're pirates, bro. We know what we're talking about.
We're goons.
I guess what I was asking was where did the initial tism for firearms come from?
Oh, I mean, that's always an intrinsic value in any young American male worth his salt, right? Where it's like you have my older brothers. My dad was never really into guns. He always had an interest in history. He had a few guns growing up. And then my brothers got in the military. They got into firearms. They would take me out shooting.
Okay.
But then, as time goes on, it's like I can't own a gun yet, but I'm still, of course, interested. But then you're playing Call of Duties. You're playing these Battlefield games growing up.
Yeah.
It kind of transforms into that. And then having some friends that got me into guns after getting out of high school, and it kind of started that whole trajectory. Like my buddies were like what I would call like the Autismo gun guys. Some of these dudes were rattling off like, "Oh, and this year this designer made this gun." Those kind of guys, where it's a little bit more in depth. So that kind of started me on a path, and then it kind of just fostered and grew from there.
Okay.
There is like a beautiful thing about like the firearms like culture that's almost like the same as like classic car culture.
No, I can see
where it's
that.
like you have these like wonderful designers and like there's something like the Blood Diamond AR. Like there's something like intrinsically cool about that gun, even if it's not like the most technologically advanced thing ever.
No.
Like, there's just or like an M1 Garand.
Yeah.
Like it's just like beautiful. It's like an old GTO. You know what I mean? Like still super effective, hard to reload, no power brakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Watch
want
yourself.
something without power
Kind of
steering.
dangerous.
This is true.
That 30-06 though.
That 30-06. Go 5-man deep before it quit going.
I will use my 30-06 on a 110-pound Japanese man.
Yeah. That was like
emaciated.
That was like one of those like
bound Japanese.
like forming
Not
moments as a
saggy,
kid.
right?
Was my granddad looking at me and being like, "That'll go 5-man deep before it quits going." Like I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah, thanks.
And then he turned
just
around and
that.
he's like, "A donkey can only go so far."
Yeah. Why do you smell like
full of
cousin and liquor?
analogies. Why do you smell like cousin and liquor?
Grandpa's mumbling, "I should have stayed in Australia." Them Australian broads were real pretty.
Oh, dude, my other granddad died, and
my aunt's sister, Jenny.
We found out he had multiple families.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like some classic old man shit. He got my grandma had died, and then my granddad was just kind of like mumbling around in the house by himself.
As
like,
one does.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like we don't know what to do with ourselves anymore. He read an email from his son, named the same as him, that lived in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a cop in Australia. Reads this email, goes down to his woodshed, turns on everything, like his like whole wood shop, has a massive heart attack and dies in like the
What?
Yeah. So he reads this email, finding out that he has like a 50-something-year-old son that he's never heard of, that's named his name, that looks exactly like him. There's a picture involved in the email. So like my aunt that finds him, they then go to the house to like, you know what I mean? Like you got to clean the fridge and stuff out, and they read the email on the computer. Like he literally read this email and like had no idea. Like it was the thing that killed him.
Do you think he died because he wasn't a pure blood Tackett?
No, other side of the family.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was
like-
so stricken that he wasn't a pure blood Tackett. He died.
Oh my.
I failed my generational line.
That's hilarious. I mean, not hilarious. It's like a
Your
the
grandma
way that
died
a
is
comedy is
hilarious.
tragic.
It
in a
is.
Shakespearean
It's like
sense.
it's beautiful
Yeah.
though, you know.
I bite my thumb in your general direction.
Right.
Bite my thumb at you, Sal. Forget yourself, Sal.
I wonder where does that come from? Do you know? You know lots of weird things.
I bite my thumb. I
Romeo and
remember
Juliet.
it. Yeah, I remember it from the Romeo and
Shakespeare.
Juliet. Yeah.
Is it from
It's like
Shakespeare?
that's a
But
thing
where did
with-
Shakespeare get it?
It was a cultural thing at
Yeah.
the time.
To bite your thumb?
Yeah, it was like an insult.
What's the correct way to bite your thumb?
As far as I understand it, it's like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That does not go hard.
Look,
It doesn't go as
Have you
hard as
ever
that's
had
that.
why we
somebody do it
don't
in the
use.
middle of the
That's
night
why
to
we
you?
don't use it.
No.
Use their thumb on you in the middle of the night? I'm just here to keep it down here. That's my point of the show. just cousins and
I like this guy. He's a good fella. He's a good guy. Keeping it real, keeping it raw.
I'm not going to stay here long.
It's my personal choice.
So the guntism leads you down this road, and then you go, okay, this is fun, it's working.
Sure.
But you felt the need to expand out into managerial outcomes and now bureau files. Where does that come from?
Once you figure out the game, you can start playing with it. So it was Bureau Files was more experimental, where I didn't tell any of my audience about it. I still really haven't pushed it on my other channels because I wanted that audience to grow more organically.
Okay.
Because I don't want some guy. If you're very interested in firearms, but you don't care about this stuff, it's like, why would I want to waste your time with this? Like I don't want you to show, like even if you support it, I don't want you to show up subscribing and then never watching. Like I want you to be into it and enjoy it. So it kind of came from there, and then in another way, it was kind of like a fail-safe, just because YouTube's hostility towards firearms content just never stops.
Never stops.
So
every year it's something new.
Right. So I wanted to have that option of like, okay, you know, I've gotten warnings on YouTube before, like content warnings, and it was like, oh, dude, I'm putting my heart and soul into this, and one day some dude at YouTube could be like, and flip a switch, this guy's gone.
Right.
And I didn't want that, so I figured, okay, well, I know how to do YouTube. It's one of the things I'm decent at.
Yeah.
And I figured, why not have something else you can expand upon? You know, and that's the kind of content I really like to watch too. I'll sit down and watch those type of videos while I'm eating or on the toilet or doing anything else.
I'll
so.
get stuck in like video essay videos.
Yeah.
Video
You remember
essay
Nerd
videos.
Writer back in the day?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nerd Writer?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still making videos, but for a while, I guess it was about 10 years ago, he had one of the first just intro, like very, very calculated examinations of the way that stories were put together in movies. And it had a bunch of beautiful graphics associated with it. Did a really good job. Took him like a month to 2 months to make a video, which I think is why he couldn't quite keep up with it, but they were really good videos. Yeah, really good channel back in the day.
I do remember Nerd Writer.
Yeah.
Like that ending scene usually had like coffee pouring in it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you play around with different concepts with your Bureau Files videos. Like I think the last one that I watched was how you would defend Helm's Deep.
Yeah, that was super good.
Where like
Where in that mind?
where in your beautiful little mind, big brain.
Right.
It was more of an endearing little mind thing.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
What made you go, okay, we're talking movies, we're talking the cinema realm, pop culture. And what made you go, this is how I'm going to attack the pop culture zeitgeist?
Well, it's an attempt at a fresh take. So people are already talking about movies all the time on YouTube. How can we insert a fresh take that people would find interesting and combine what my experience is? I've never been a medieval general, but I've played a little bit of Total War. You see some other
Pretty much the
stuff
same
of
thing.
what works historically, why these defenses exist.
Basically the same thing without sepsis. Yeah.
Now, to clarify, I thoroughly love that scene. I love that battle. I think it is freaking sick. But there are some things where I was like, they could have technically done this better in my mind. And of course, it's it's a movie. Things could play out differently if this was like a simulation. But I was like, maybe more defenses, breaking down some logistics, time to travel there. Would you want to defend this? Would you want to go here? You have this asset that's off over here because of this political dynamic with Theoden being under Saruman's influence. I think it's Saruman, right? Not Sauron. Yeah, Saruman. And
Sauron, isn't it?
It's
the
Sauron's
White Wizard.
eye.
The
Yeah.
White Wizard.
We all know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it was that whole dynamic, right? So kind of breaking it down and then showing other historical contexts of like battles where it's like, well, these guys pulled off this and they could have applied it in here. I think because I didn't base anything off the book, and of course Lothar fans got a little bit mad, but I mean that's Lothar fans because they're very, very into it, and I respect it. When you're really into an IP, I like that.
When you're
And the guy-
pronouncing the abbreviation as a word, you know you've gotten somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the guy that wrote the books wrote the Elvish language is an actual language. Like he wrote an entire. Are you fucking smart enough to write a language?
I'm not.
Like
but I know that happened.
I can't even learn Spanish.
There's a
I've been trying for like 20 years.
couldn't even spell
like, I can't figure it
Suegrita.
out. Yeah, I know. I was making fun of like hitting on his mother-in-law.
his abuela.
Yeah, on his abuela.
Abuelita.
Or,
And I couldn't
excuse me,
spell-
our
What is it?
abuela.
It's our abuela now.
Yeah.
But what is it?
Communism.
Mi segueta?
Mi suegrita.
Mi segueta.
He can't even say it.
I can't fucking say it. I can't spell it on camera.
because of
They just roll up senorita es muy bonita.
That's a lot of words.
Muy bonita.
Yes, muy bonita. Es muy
Wendy's gonna.
fuego.
That's a shirt.
Wendy's gonna fight us all. His wife was like legit. She came in my office the other day and just like mugged me in the corner because we like released a whole short where I was talking about hitting on his mother-in-law.
I think your mother-in-law, knowing the Spanish ladies, loved it.
They did.
Would
I
have
mean,
been-
get at me.
I wish I was here for that.
Get at me.
I wish I was here for that
How
because
many get at me's I've had to cut?
Why would you cut them? They're great. Get at me.
gross.
Gross. It's not gross at all.
I wish I was here
She's
for
a
that.
nice woman. She keeps a clean house.
Oh,
she
she
makes
does.
wonderful food. Get
does.
at me.
Wendy would have walked into that office, mean mugged you, and been, "Hi, Nolan." Walked out.
Yeah. Yeah. You just weren't here because you were like busy like having a
Yeah.
kid or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
It's my dad.
Get at me. No, it doesn't work.
I just had like.
I tried.
No.
I was trying to be like you.
You have to be like way grosser and like a little inbred.
Okay, so
Just a little, like a little dash.
do you feel like you found the format for Bureau Files yet, or do you still kind of?
Yeah, there's definitely a format there. I could talk about exterminating some sort of fictional alien species.
Oh,
and
that one
seems to
those
go
ones
over
popped
pretty
out.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone likes. That's the thing about zombie movies. Zombie movies for 10, 15 years were the most important thing that people would relate to when it came to what was Hollywood was producing.
Wait, what's the best zombie movie?
I mean,
It's 28 Days Later.
yeah, I was gonna say 28
It's the
Days
best.
Later.
It has the best soundtrack. It's shot beautifully.
Yeah.
28 Days Later.
Opinion, sir.
Well, and it's very
agree.
relatable.
Yeah.
It's like shot.
It feels
it's shot
real.
beautiful, but it's shot personally
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
pretty
I
good.
love that movie.
Yeah. It's
I'm
pretty
excited for the new one because I feel like they're going to bring back that takes itself serious, gritty feeling that the 2000s had.
Yeah.
There was a big trend with the 2000s movies where they were all very gritty and they took themselves serious.
Well, we were all listening to alt punk.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Wait, we're
like
not still doing
It's
that.
like the original Fast and Furious.
Wait, we stopped.
Like the original Fast and Furious works so
California
wonderful
never
because it's like gritty and raw, and it feels like someone's just like following them around with like a VHS camera, and like somehow like you get to watch the movie of this story, and they ruined it.
And it gets way too blown out of
Yeah,
proportion.
they completely ruined
Yeah.
it.
It's kind of like John Wick for me, where
Yes.
the first John Wick
Yes.
felt way more believable, and then by the end of like John Wick 4, it's like everyone's an
There's
assassin.
this whole secret society of
I
homeless
gotta stop
people,
you.
and
The first John Wick felt believable.
yes,
in
1,000%.
that context.
1,000%.
How is that?
You've never
He's-
seen me with
it's-
shoes
Oh,
on.
in the
The thing-
story context.
Yes, the
Okay,
thing that makes
got
the
it.
first John Wick believable is when the cop knocks on the door.
Yeah.
And he opens the door and there's like a body laying on the hallway and the
working
cop
again?
sees it and he goes, "You working again, John?"
Just had some guests.
And like that's like there's like this layer of it that's like, well, we're out here in like the realm of like a happy movie, like where it's like it's not real, but it's believable. It's very Fast and Furious
Yeah.
believable. There's the whole
Wait.
scene in Fast and Furious where his floorboard falls out for absolutely no reason.
Oh, dude, the
Like-
rivets just go because he
there's,
activated the
there's like
nitrous.
screws
Yeah.
and washers flying up. Like, why is your floorboard?
Why'd you
why do
cut out the floorboard?
Why did you take your Mitsubishi Eclipse and like you wanted to lower the weight great, so you put diamond plate floorboards in it. Like none of that makes any sense.
You cut out the aluminum floor. And
right.
put
diamond plate.
Sorry,
in.
the words Fast and Furious and Realism.
The original one is
The Fast
great.
and the Furious.
The original one, the director got like obsessed with like LA like street racing culture.
Sorry, doesn't
And
he
wanted
jump onto a yacht?
no
in the first, or is that the second
That's
one?
the fourth
Okay,
one.
okay.
That's the fourth one.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, where he saves.
I tried to watch them
what's the
all.
girl's name?
Letty?
Super hot Latino.
Latino.
Oh, she's in. She's
He can't do Spanish.
she's the love interest for
We know who
in
you're
Training
talking
Day.
Working on one.
Help.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Me.
That's the fourth one.
So just to backtrack to John Wick.
Sure. The first one, believable, wonderful, excellent movie. Everything after that.
The whole John Wick thing is like, it's playing kind of a tongue-in-cheek though the whole time with like assassins and like assassin movies and action scenes. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's a phenomenal movie. I absolutely love it. But I'm just saying, to say that it felt realistic.
It does. The storyline it's like he's given up this life.
It's a cowboy movie, obviously.
Yes, exactly. It's a classic cowboy
plot.
movie, and he's like giving up this life, and then his wife dies, and then she has this puppy delivered to the house for him to like learn how to love again, and then like stomps his puppy to death, and then he beats his basement floor apart to expose this old life. It's beautiful.
Okay.
And then everything after that is exactly what they did with the Fast and Furious franchise,
Tackett.
where they jump a Bugatti out of a like skyscraper
Out
in
of the Burj
Dubai.
Khalifa.
Like just
Right.
Jordania Brewster?
no.
Or are you talking about Michelle Rodriguez?
Eva Mendes.
Michelle Rodriguez?
Eva
No,
Mendes.
Eva Mendes.
Is not.
You named all of the women in this, but not Eva Mendes. Eva Mendes is the one that comes along in 3, and then she's the love interest in 4.
Eva Mendes is like one of the most beautiful women God ever created.
It's Jordana Brewster,
that's
and
just-
I'll fight about
that's
this.
just the
Jordana
truth.
Brewster, dude. She's
I don't know
Dom's.
nothing about Jordana Brewster.
Jordana Brewster is Dom's younger sister in the first movie. She's like the untouchable fruit. That what's the main?
Yeah.
What's
I got
what's the white guy's name?
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker
Yeah.
falls in love with Jordana Brewster.
Right.
Brewster.
Right. I know who you're talking about.
Jordana Brewster.
John Wick 1, excuse me, feels like the crime underbelly feels more realistic. And
It does.
I wanted to say that. So I was
Okay.
thinking about that.
Yeah.
Where like yet again in the later movies, it's like this whole worldwide syndicate. Even the second one, there was like a whole dispatch, and they're like excommunicado, he's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like who?
It's always like
But
tattoo
they have
girls in a
the
bell
cute
tower.
roller
You guys-
girls,
you guys
like
like
rockabilly girls.
Yeah, you guys like paying taxes on this? Like what's going
Yeah.
on?
They were for sure paying taxes.
Yeah.
It's like
It was an
NASA.
IRS
Like,
thing,
how could
yeah.
you lie that long with that many people? And it's,
Yeah.
Is this like our deep state?
So you didn't like the later ones?
I didn't hate them. It just was like this is feeling rather blown out of proportion compared to the first one, you know.
Well, yeah.
But
Right.
Personal opinion. I have those sometimes. He
You're
should have
allowed.
died in number 1.
yes.
a good death is its
Yeah.
own reward.
Right. He should have died watching the video of his wife. Should have ended.
And that's the end of the movie also. It comes full circle, and it's like this tragic life of like a rough dude. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but there's no way they could have done that because they
Money.
produced the first one and they made a ton of money and they knew that it was good when they made it and they knew they had something.
Hollywood kills everything.
But they made Gone in 60 Seconds and then didn't address it again, and that movie is excellent.
Well, that's a remake of an original.
Well, we don't have to.
We don't have to go there.
Nicolas Cage is a good
There was,
actor, and I will
there was a
fight
whole
you.
company that started after the Gone in 60 Seconds movie that made the Eleanor car for like 10 years.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, because it's like a 67 and a 69 Mustang or
Yeah.
something like that, like smashed together to make that car.
Yeah.
And they made that car for like 10 years after that movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mostly I remember Angelina Jolie with blonde hair.
Yeah, dude.
Mostly I remember that.
With the dreads.
More importantly, Aaron, what's your favorite Nick Cage
What are
film?
you gonna do?
We
That
have
and
to
the
steal
Hacker
the
movie.
Declaration of Independence.
That's my boy.
Yes!
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 That's what I'm talking about.
So we're on Nicolas Cage now.
Oh, yeah.
Nicolas Cage is the greatest actor in Hollywood, period, point blank. No arguing about it.
true.
What
We're just
are
gonna glaze right over that statement.
It's the
Aaron,
truth.
What's your take on that?
I'm not fighting on a hill for this. This ain't my Mount Siribach.
It's the truth.
I'm okay.
can you
Have you seen The Rock?
Oh my god, it's been years since I've seen The Rock. I need to go rewatch
Dude,
it.
when he has the double flares and the jets are coming in on The Rock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me just top of the bat some of your favorite films to watch. Because you said you watch a film a day. That means you're a film aficionado.
Right.
So no specific order.
Yeah.
Master and Commander. Saving Private Ryan's up there with usually with the, like
gotta
like
be.
TV shows of the Band of Brothers in the Pacific.
Gotta
Yeah.
be.
Masters of the Air was good, but there was still some things that I just didn't enjoy about it. There was, let's see here, going through my movie repertoire,
Rolodex.
my list. Oh man, this
Gladiator
is
on there?
Gladiator's a good one. So the problem with Gladiator, and
Oh, I'm
Yes.
so excited
Yeah,
that you just
let's
said
go.
that.
The
The
Interesting.
fact that you started that with the problem,
with
the
that.
opening battle scene where you have this historic reputation, and Ridley Scott is one of my most favorite / I hate him so much
yeah,
movies.
Right.
Understandable.
You have these Roman legionnaires, you know, at the peak of Roman imperial power, and they're all known for strict military discipline, where they break formation. They all, like one dude gets, they all get decimated. They all kill their own buddy. They all break formation off the rip and just start going Hollywood style melee when they're fighting the barbarians.
When?
In the first
Opening
First
battle.
scene.
First battle.
They don't keep a phalanx. Like they just like go wild, like right out of the first scene.
Contrast that to the Rome show opening scene where Caesar is in Gaul fighting the Gauls, and you have like this representation of all these guys in formation fighting. There's like a whistle blowing off. They're relieving guys in the front line as the next guy's up.
Yeah, but Caesar wrote that too, so who knows how?
You saying it's propaganda? You know there are historians from the era too.
Well, of course.
They
I'm just saying
document
That's what they say about other
that.
things, too.
Have you ever
Right.
read the Gallic Wars, like the actual book that Caesar?
stuff. No, I actually haven't.
I haven't read it, but I listened to Dan Carlin's Hardcore History on it, which is phenomenal.
Have you read it? Because I haven't.
Well, I've read parts of it. I own it. I flipped through it, and there's a little bit of Caesar doing like a Trump thing there.
Sure.
He's
I mean,
like,
any historical
it was the greatest
person-
battle anyone had ever fought.
I don't say
Yeah,
it.
but that's
The victor gets to write that.
yeah, that's
Right.
all history.
True,
You know what I
true.
mean?
Looking at it objectively, it's like, what does the Caesar have to gain from the Roman military formation with their years of discipline? Like, it's probably common knowledge in that era, so it's like, why would he lie about that?
True.
Sure, he's going to glaze himself, most likely. And
Yeah.
if you conquer the Gauls, then you maybe get to glaze yourself a little bit.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah.
Honey, I'm glazing.
I'm glazing, yeah. But it's like, that was my big problem with Gladiator. That was my big problem. Other movies.
It's just the first scene.
Usually the first scene, yeah. I mean,
It's
there's
interesting. I honestly like the first scene is one of my favorites, and I never thought about that because like I understand like the way the tactics behind like the way that they fought is very applicable like in today's world also, and like I'm like personally kind of obsessed with like gunfight tactic stuff. I've watched that movie a million times and never.
they're all
I never,
covering,
like, caught
they're
that.
covering and moving, you know?
Yeah, but I like never caught the.
Yeah, they got their cavalry in the woods hiding, ready to flank around and just absolutely mow them on. Because most of the fighting in that era, you know, from the historical context, it's like they don't really kill each other too much in those formations. I mean, it's like you're just poking at people, but then the cavalry come in and swipe everybody down. So it's,
Well, that was the big wealth advantage that
Oh, yeah.
any army that had a cavalry.
yeah.
I mean,
If you can field and maintain horses, you're probably gonna have a good advantage in the Mongols,
wild, right?
Yeah.
Think about what the logistical train looked like back then to support that.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
no
goodness.
For
For
real.
gasoline? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you mean
these
Germans during
giant
World War II?
animals that eat what 50 pounds of hay a day. You know, like you have to maintain that. You have to maintain the armor. You have to maintain all the tack and equipment that goes along with it.
You gotta feed everybody.
Wild.
Dude, I never thought about that. Like the actual logistical support for like what would a typical cavalry
100
unit have been?
men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 100 horses or 1,000 horses. Like, what does it take to just take care of the horses?
Right.
And like, if you start having an issue with the horses, like,
That you're done.
yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
That's super interesting because you'd also have all the supply train horses, all the officer horses. Like,
Right. You probably have a remuda of
yeah, we don't have to go down a whole
to
thing. This is
back
like
up all
blowing my
that.
mind right now. I never
Yeah.
thought about that at all. It's interesting.
Logistics win wars? No! What?
It's almost like it's civilians versus civilians.
Whenever I play Total War, my army just spawns in on the battlefield.
Well, that's kind of the main thing between the difference between modern warfare, not the video game, but modern warfare and before the Industrial Revolution was this idea of going after the means of production to prosecute a war. And the Civil War was kind of the first. Sherman, General Sherman, during the Civil War, was kind of the first guy that recognized that and was just totally frank about it. And
Burnt my hometown to the ground.
and in fact, in 1861, 1862, Sherman came out and said basically, look, this is a war against the Southern people, and that's what we have to defeat if we're going to win, and it's going to be way longer than anybody expects. And they tried to put him in an insane asylum. And then after going through like 8 generals, they finally came back to Grant and him, and then he still was saying the same thing, and then they allowed him the carte blanche to go and do that.
When he came through Stanton, Virginia,
Yeah.
they burned every building to the ground except for Stonewall Jackson's officer school.
Yeah.
Which is where that was my original elementary school building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I just rewatched that. Ken Burns has a fantastic documentary on the Civil War. It's 9 episodes. It's phenomenal, super educational.
Jake sent me with a Ken Burns Civil War.
Dude,
This
it's
is gonna be a good podcast.
It's so good. If you want to tiz him out about the Civil War, check that
Ken
out.
Burns.
Dude.
It's also the best if you want to take a nice Sunday nap.
Oh yeah.
That's
Ken
what
Burns
Wendy does
documentaries.
while I watch it, and I sit there going,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow,
I can't believe that happened.
Ken Burns documentaries and PGA golf. The best nap.
That's actually pretty spot on. It's incredibly spot
He has a very soothing voice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we got.
Well, he doesn't narrate.
We got to
Well, whoever narrates.
Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers.
Sure. Oh
course,
God. Sorry.
gotta have
We got sidetracked. Why am I drawing a blank slate? Oh goodness. Oh good heavens.
They don't have to be like the top of the top. Just some of the faves.
Waterloo's up there now. I recently watched Waterloo from 1970. It was a major epic.
Yeah.
Domestically did not do so well at the time here in America. So it kind of killed the whole epic for the time, from
Yep.
what I could gather.
Yep.
But they filmed. Are you aware of this movie? You guys aware of this movie?
From the Waterloo from the 1970s? No. I want to talk about Waterworld now with Kevin Costner. So
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So Waterloo, they make this movie in the Soviet Union at the time. They use all Red Army extras, and there are thousands. I think up to, off the top of my head, like 5,000 to 16,000 extras, and
Yeah.
all these Soviet
goodness.
guys.
I think it broke records for how many extras they had.
Really?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I mean, they're all running around with like Mosins to make it look like muskets, and they're firing off blanks. There's
Mosins are
there's
basically
cavalry there
muskets.
doing cavalry. They recreate the battle pretty well. Like it's technically not a 1-to-1, but they bulldoze hills, they plant fields to make it look like the Battle of Waterloo.
So, just if you guys haven't seen it, go to the action scenes for the battle itself and just watch the recreations that they did. That alone is worth the watch because they have so many extras in formation that are actually performing things that actually happened on the battlefield
Really?
in terms of movements and troop movements.
Man, we've
and
lost-
they're capturing it all from these wide angles. It's wild.
They have like
lost
aerial
so much.
shots.
Yeah, it's wild.
So they have like a square formation.
The
The French do this cavalry charge with their cuirassiers and other cavalry, and all the Englishmen form square to repel the cavalry charge.
Really?
It's very cool.
Dude, we've lost so much with CGI. I mean, it's like CGI in itself is kind of a beautiful art, but like we've lost so much.
Well, it just costs too damn much. Like you cannot you cannot equip a standing army of extras and expect to make your money back in like today's.
I wonder what the last movie was.
blockbuster.
So what you're saying is we
feel
need
like it
to
was-
reinstitute the Soviet Union so we can have more extras for our films.
Exactly. That's
They were,
exactly.
I think
what I'm
they were
saying.
bringing in
Thank
extras
you.
all the way from like Siberia to play extras.
That's
because they
wild.
filmed it in Ukraine.
Now they're bringing him in to fight in Ukraine.
History time is a flat circle.
That's Africans, dude. They're like forced recruiting Africans to go fight in Ukraine, which is like a super weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good man. That's been a really fun watch. A little bit dated, of course, but it is exquisite.
yeah.
It's just nice. No Hollywood message whatsoever. It's just dudes killing each other on this big platform.
That was back when they had the money to do shit like that, though. And 70s cinema gets weird real fast. They had you have this, sort of golden era in the 30s and 40s and even into the 50s. 60s cinema, still good. But then 70s cinema, they just went off the rails. It was like all this Gen 2 guys coming into the Hollywood system, and they just... the Family Guy line where he goes, I don't like Godfather because it insists upon itself, Lois. And nobody knows what that means, but that's totally 70s cinema.
Yeah.
have you seen like Clockwork Orange and that kind of
I
stuff?
love that movie. I love that book.
They just, and it's just like, let's do a slow push on a clock because we can. And and you're just going, what the is going on here?
Stanley Kubrick was.
I'm sorry. He made Full Metal Jacket, and I'm very thankful for that. All his other movies, not so good.
No, Stanley Kubrick is a master of the art form. I love it. Yeah, Stanley Kubrick is kind of the original.
We're gonna have this person walk.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah. Well, Stanley Kubrick is the original Quentin Tarantino. It's the same kind of like when you watch Clockwork Orange, like what is that movie? Like you have to read the book.
Yeah,
to
and then you waste 3 hours
movie.
of your life and you don't understand why you were there. Or what
read the
happened.
book.
I'm not
Clockwork
going to go
Orange,
read
it's
a book
wonderful.
so I can understand a movie. If you made a movie where I can't understand it because you need to read the book, then you're a fucking bad filmmaker.
That's Jurassic Park.
I'm sorry. That's
Jurassic
my
Park
hard
is one of the
take.
best. The original Jurassic Park is one of the best movies ever.
Well,
made.
obviously.
The CGI still holds up today. The storyline holds up today. They're close
the
enough to
original
Michael Crichton's
Jurassic
original
Park
book.
is just a horror movie with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And the CGI, the way that they shot it, I mean, we remade the shot of the T-Rex coming through the fence at night, and the way that they shot that with the single light source to make the CGI, to pull off the CGI and to actually make it look visceral and everything that they did during that scene, dude,
It still holds up today.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a phenomenal one.
Is that a trick that they do with CGI? Does like make it easier as film dark scenes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're toning down all the
Fidelity.
Yeah.
that you can't get rid of when you light it really well. So filming it at night with a single light source is just a way to kind of hide.
It makes it feel visceral though when you watch it.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's just the headlights of the explorers.
Yeah, and
that
then
are lighting
also
the entire environment.
in Sam and Nico are big proponents of this school of thought too, which is like you don't use CGI for CGI's sake. You use it to reveal the bad guy in the right moment, and that's it. And you leave it at that. Jaws, perfect example.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, perfect example.
When he sets up on the boat.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the whole time in both Jurassic Park and in Jaws, you're sitting there going like, what is this bad guy? Like, I haven't seen it. And then all of a sudden it's boom, and it's there, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
And that's all they give you. And then you're like, oh my God, that was crazy. And they build up this character behind it the whole time, and then you're invested. And then that way the CGI, even if it doesn't look quite right, you're willing to look beyond it. And of course they have their romantic shots where, you know, they pull up in the Jeeps and there's the Brachiosauruses going across the field. And that one looks okay, but it's a glorious shot for the time, and that it kind of establishes you in where they are.
It's
But
the
then-
raptors.
Yeah.
That's what sells me in that movie. Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
raptors in the kitchen.
Yeah, beautiful.
Kicking the bowl across the kitchen
Right.
and stuff.
They're as smart as us.
Yeah, they're as
Oh
smart
my
as
God,
us.
They would have had opposable thumbs instead of 6-inch claws. They would own the world.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's what dolphins do. Someone needs to look into the dolphins.
Big dolphin guy.
Yeah. But they're creepy.
Yeah,
They're smarter than us. They're
They are.
Have you heard about the CIA experiment in the 70s or 60s?
They still use
where
this.
they,
Sounds familiar.
Where they had a lady live with the dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
they try to
they-
communicate with dolphins.
But
They tried to her
You know,
constantly.
we like still. I want to say we still use, but during World War II, we used dolphins as like early warning for like submarines and stuff. Yeah, it was like part of like our like coastal defense was dolphins.
They also used them for like echolocation for mines too.
Yeah.
We trained
do.
dolphins to fight in World
So
War
on
II.
that era, favorite history of warfare. I'd love to hear this.
Yeah.
It fluctuates. That's the hard part. Like I'll go through my different eras of interest. Right now, my current era has been the Napoleonic Wars, and I am
Hence the
still
Waterloo.
very surface level because with any era, it kind of turns into like a Dan Carlin hardcore history where you can just get so deep in the sauce on context.
Yeah.
Everything that builds up to all these little different things going on. But right now, it's like a surface level interest that I want to get deeper into. This has been really captivating because I've been watching and working on this video for the Baker rifle used by Sean Bean in the Sharp series, written by Bernard Cornwell.
Okay.
All that to say, Napoleonic era for now.
Yeah.
Like backtracking a few months ago, it was like medieval archery.
course.
But now it's kind of evolved into this.
I watched you during your medieval archery phase.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I was there.
I was there.
I was there.
I saw the mighty U bow in action.
I saw you shoot the armor.
How long
Damn
did it
those
take you to
French.
kind of master that? Or if
Oh,
you can
dude,
say
that was
the word master.
extreme. Oh, I can't say the word master. Extremely humbling experience.
Sure.
Trying to pull back a warbow is rough.
Well, because you're a bigger guy. Like you
Right.
played football.
Look at them
Yeah.
legs.
Like, and then, well, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're getting. I imagine the first time you tried to draw that,
Yeah.
nothing.
There's a whole technique to it too.
Right.
The first bow I got, I thought I ordered like 100-ish pounds, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna start here. And then I got it, and I think through shooting it, maybe it got warped, maybe it wasn't built as good, but it ended up probably being, I'd guess, 70 to 80 pounds right now.
Okay.
Then my next bow I got was 109 pounds. When I got that one, I was like, oh, maybe this first bow is not that heavy. So that's what I usually shoot on is 109 pound. Because then I got a 135 pound bow at 32 inches, and like even trying to draw it at full
That's
draw, I
tiny.
can't.
32 inches? Or 32 inches this
32
way?
inches this way.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like full tilt, like you get to like essentially hold your arm out and you like drop into it with your whole body. And the idea is you want to have like a 32-inch draw because you're getting that much more energy transfer from the arrow.
Now, is there a noticeable increase in the velocity of the arrow when you go from like 100 to 130?
It's hard to say because I have to up the arrow weight for that one.
Okay.
Like with my 109 pound bow, I have a certain arrow weight
Otherwise,
that like
it'll
where they
snap it?
pretty much, yeah. It'll just like there's a so so get into the arrow
I
design.
love the nerdery that comes
Yeah.
out. I love
There,
it so much.
there is a specific arrow design with those warbow arrows where it's like a dart, where it kind of thins down towards the front, a little bit fatter in the middle, thins back down.
Oh, really?
Now in the knock, where you hook the arrow up to the string,
Yeah.
they used to insert horn so that the string wouldn't split the wood shaft once you release it under tension.
Really?
So there's a certain like weight
Kind of like
class.
the new XM7 rounds.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Wow, time really is a flat circle.
That gun's doing great in the trials.
It's doing great.
So with
Army
the heavier arrow or the heavier bow, I have to use heavier arrows, and they don't fly that great. But it feels like there's a much heavier impact. Like on the targets I use, with my usual bow, like the 109 pound, they'd go through the back. With this one, they go through the back, and they're fatter arrows.
Okay.
And it feels like they get some good penetration.
Yeah.
Nolan knows all about that, being a dad and all.
Good penetration.
What?
That's what it's all
I don't
about.
understand.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Don't
Saving
worry,
myself for marriage,
Yeah.
for post-marriage.
So, okay, other question, just to kind of pick up on the arrow thing. Out of all the weapons that you've shot, analyzed, made videos about, yada, 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 what's your favorite?
MG42 is up there for me.
Oh, good.
That whole video
Yeah.
was a really fun experience. Getting shot at by it,
Yeah.
like behind a rinky-dink little berm. Oh my gosh, dude, that was.
I saw that video.
It's a super scary gun.
It is terrifying.
Like when you pull the trigger on one of those things, like I can't imagine like landing on a beach and having like multiples of those.
Like 17 of them shooting at you.
It's super scary, man. The German military, like when you do the Schützensteher like qualification, they have like a metal board that they stick in the ground behind you because when you pull the trigger, it'll move you across the ground.
Really?
Yeah, and like M60s, 240s, like all of our stuff, like we don't do that. Like
Yeah.
the 42 is an odd. That's a scary gun.
you got to lean into it.
Yeah, and that thing is super old now, and like it's still super scary.
They used to call it Hitler's buzzsaw.
Yeah, it's super scary. The rate of fire is just obnoxious.
Its bark is worse than its bite. As you get zipped up by 20 rounds of 8mm
What
Mauser.
kind of round was that thing shooting?
8mm Mauser. It's like a 7.92 by what?
So I think 792. I'll look it up.
By like 57 or
knows-
something.
Aiden knows
A lot of
everything.
ass behind it.
It's a big old, like it's a little bit smaller than the 30-06, but it's a big old round.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just
would
dumping
just-
them in
yeah.
a way you can't audibly, like when you pull the trigger, like the German qualification for it, you get a 15 round belt and you're supposed to like follow like an A to B like line. And like as soon as you pull the trigger, you just dump all 15 rounds. Like it's the qualification for it is super, super hard.
So it's a finesse thing.
Yeah, it's like
With
you have to be like,
leaning
whoop,
into it with finesse.
like, but to be that size, shooting that caliber round with the rate of fire the way it is, like I can't imagine having that thing shoot at me.
yeah.
It's 792 by 57mm Mauser.
Yeah.
So slightly above. I would say something like 308.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just you can't denote like in your ear. You can't denote individual like bursts. Whereas like an M60 is like a very like you know what I mean?
Chugs along.
Yeah.
So when are you getting into swords?
You know, swords will be a hard topic for me. I have very little interest in swords.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the swords are kind of weeby.
Weeby.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
It's like you have like your samurai guys or you have like your medieval knight guy. Because even like medieval knights, they use other weapons besides swords. Because if you're fighting guys in plate armor, a sword's not that great.
Yeah, you want a war.
I want a big hammer with a pick on the front
I
of
wouldn't
it.
mind having a sword if I was fighting like unarmored peasants.
Right.
Right.
as one would.
So swords of the medieval AK?
Yeah,
They're just designed to shoot people in a trench?
pretty much. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's accurate or can reload quickly. It's just to shoot
You
people
might
in a
shoot
trench.
yourself. You might get them. Who knows?
100 yards. Let's just call it what it is.
Have you seen Lars Anderson?
I have.
I'm assuming you have.
I have.
Has that not drawn your interest towards the Eastern Horbo?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Lars Anderson, he talks about shooting really fast. The problem is the bows he's shooting are like
It's also like a 10-pound bow.
it's like kid bows pretty
Yeah,
much.
true.
Now, is he doing that to play devil's advocate? Is he doing that so he doesn't have to try and build up to warbow strength, just to replicate what could be done if you had warbow strength? I don't know. But the fact that he's not using like actual warbow weight is where it's like, I don't know. Yeah, to play another devil's advocate, if we look at, say, the Comanche with westward expansion, how they're kind of jacking up all these American settlers trying to go west that have flintlocks or percussion caps at the time, or they don't have like a revolver yet. A bow like that, because maybe they're not using like war bows, maybe they're using like at most 60 to 70 pounds.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I can't off the top of my head remember.
Right.
But if they can get off a bunch of rounds at you that just has a flintlock within a certain amount of space, yeah, that's pretty meta. Like,
Right.
that's pretty sick. But like with Lars's whole thing, it's like his bows are like kind of like kid bows. They're not that impressive.
Right.
The man that wins a gunfight is the man that has more ammo.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like one of those
Yeah.
ugly truths about a gunfight. It's like if I'm just able to dump more stuff at you and create your environment, make your environment untenable, I win.
If I was going to use a bow in combat, like if I was in that era fighting against dudes that had flintlocks, I wouldn't use a heavy war bow. I would use like a 50 to 60 pound bow because I can shoot that literally all day.
And they're not wearing
not wearing
anything
armor.
I need to penetrate.
Yeah.
I just need a volume of fire.
Yeah.
Well, that was the Comanches really had that locked in.
Yeah.
I mean, they would be able to get off like several rounds per minute, and they didn't keep anything on their horses. They would have like these tiny saddles that were basically just rope, and then they would just like sit into them and they'd like shoot under the side of their horse's neck.
Really?
And, yeah, they do all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, they were crazy people. Have you ever read up on them?
Is it Tears of the Summer Moon?
Yeah.
I think I started that book.
Yeah, they basically came out of they're a Shoshone-speaking nation, which originated or like kind of solidified itself up in the Rockies of like Idaho.
Okay.
And then, but they were, for hundreds of years, they were kind of considered like, low down kind of backwoods people. And then they discovered the horse and they just took that and just rode south and just like, just took over. They pushed the reason why the Apaches are associated with Arizona and New Mexico is because the Comanches said, not anymore.
All the natives were very peaceful, loving people.
So they-
never
so-
did anything bad ever, and it was all the white men.
They were mobile. They were mobile and they had volume of fire.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at how that dude. just
Time is
classic-
time is a flat
classic
circle,
gunfighting
brother.
world.
They used to do
Never
this
knew.
swarm
Yeah.
where they would just basically they'd ride in and then they'd just ride around you in a circle, just like annihilating you with arrows in a swarm.
I wonder who made all the arrows. Was
They
that like
would
a
make
woman
them.
thing?
No, they would make them.
I would make one woman to make my arrows.
They probably
I would
did.
only
I don't
trust my
know.
woman to make my arrows.
They had there was a lot of like
It's like a
there was a lot of superstition in their culture. They believed in like warrior magic and a lot of things like that.
Oh, just like the Mexicans.
Kablammy!
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't that far removed.
Just like
from-
currently, like you're a better gunfighter if you drink 4 Rippets today.
Time is a flat circle.
You know what I'm
brother.
It's like some Warhammer, gotta pray to the machine spirit.
To the Omnissiah real quick.
Yeah.
Which is just
As you
smashing
should.
a Rippet and no explode before you go on mission.
So, Aaron. Sir, Doctor, Esquire.
Esquire. Extraordinaire.
Is there a video that you've always wanted to make, but you just either couldn't, can't, won't, or it's just always been on the back burner?
I've been saying this for a while now, and I hate saying it because I just need to make it happen. But I want to create some kind of short film.
Ooh.
Like that's something I want to get into. That would be like if I had a blank check.
Yeah.
Like
Short
no,
film.
money's no issue. I would make some kind of like really historical movie
Okay.
and try and keep it very authentic.
What would you want to base it in? Obviously historical, but
In theory, blank check. It's like I'd make them in all sorts of different time periods.
what's the first one you'd hit? First stamp.
Maybe recreate the Sharp series, which isn't technically historically accurate because it's like a fictional character, but that's one I'd love to see happen. Because when they made that show, it wasn't like technically the biggest budget show. movie show thing it was.
I haven't seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, what you want to do with short films is you want to like establish your characters in a way that doesn't require the big expensive stuff.
Right.
Just like in the CGI that we were talking about with Jaws and Jurassic Park, you want to establish your characters, and it's really costumes and locations for that kind of stuff pretty approachable.
Yeah.
But then you build that up. Maybe you have like one scene where you establish who the enemy is, and it's early on, like right away, and then you kind of get that, and that's your first spend. And then you have a little bit of character development, and then boom, you nail the expensive stuff kind of all at once. And you got to really keep it like precise.
Yeah.
Like you can't think about it all out. You got to kind of progress it in terms of the number of episodes you want to make or the number of videos you want to make about it, and really like try to nail one specific thing for that specific video. And then if people like it, it does well. Just because the cost is so
You don't have the
outrageous.
liberty of time to expand upon.
Yeah.
It's got to be quick.
Yeah.
Get it out. Yeah.
But you can still do it, and you can still exemplify like a moment in historical context and capture it cinematically. You just have to be really precise about it.
Right.
That's the one thing that I've learned of making short films for like 15 years with Corridors. That's the trick.
I will trust your experience on the matter.
The way you just said that seemed like you know what the you're talking about.
Well, it's just been, I mean, that's how we kind of cut our teeth on YouTube, is we started in...
Did that hurt?
2000. That's a dad joke. Good job.
Oh, look at you.
My God.
I'm a dad, guys.
My God, he's daddy.
That's my dad.
He's doing it.
I'm doing the thing,
We
guys.
cut our teeth in 2009, you know, like with the first short films, and then we made short films every 2 weeks for 7 years or so.
Yeah.
And you just learn a lot about it, and there's some really good talent out there. But it's a whole different process than like this kind of content. So you just have to start small and be very precise, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so simple, the way that you say that. Just start small, be precise. Does that mean something to you?
Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does.
It's lawyer speak.
Start small.
Start small, be reasonable, execute well.
Yeah, and that just doing that trains you up on how to do it bigger and better every time you do it.
Listen, okay, get hard, stay good, do the thing.
Do the thing. Just do the thing.
Do we have any segments we want to do with Mr. Aaron? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, you're wonderful. Can I just like take a moment to like highlight the fact that like you have been home with a kid that was in the NICU. You've had a lot of stress in your life, and you put this entire episode together at the exact same time.
I'm a dad.
Wonderful. I am a dad. Is that the name of this episode?
Hi, I'm a dad.
So one thing we do in this show, we like to do a little segment with our guests at the end, just to kind of wrap things up. So I don't know what Nolan has in store for us, but
We've done it a few times in a row now, but I want to do it again because it just so happens that our guests keep being great.
some say the greatest.
Some say the greatest.
I didn't say that. They said it.
They said it
Yeah.
Oh, it's Please Be Patient, My Dad is Dead?
Okay,
That's excellent.
for you, sir.
Is your dad dead?
My dad actually is dead.
Oh, no.
So say the line.
Please be patient. My dad is dead.
They have
no,
to see
no,
the
no.
thing.
Please be patient. My dad is dead.
This is advice for the wayward soul, for the wayward boy, perhaps for younger you.
Yeah.
Please embark.
Oh, we just
Your-
we're just
your-
gonna hit him like
Yeah,
that?
your knowledge upon them.
About manhood, your younger self. Yeah.
Postpone instant gratification. Don't get her pregnant. If you're dating her young, most likely she's better off without you until you acquire resources and can be a good provider. Do the hard thing now because it only gets harder later.
True.
That was good. I like that you said, like, you're not shit until you can provide. That's good.
Yeah.
That's super good.
I was just talking with my dad because he came down here for the birth complications and everything, and we were watching a movie together, and the main character has to like tell his wife some bad news, and I was looking over at him. I was like, one of the most important things I think I've learned in marriage and relationships is they would rather be mad now than mad later. So just make them mad now.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's super true.
Yeah.
If you've done some dumb shit,
Make them mad now.
don't hide it.
No,
just be straight
right.
up about it. Like, hey, I spent some money on some things and it didn't work out the way I thought
Whether
it
it's
was
you
gonna work
messed
out.
up on something, or I'm sure as all of us as men, like we face this where it's like they want something from us, whether it's a commitment of some sort, they're asking us to give up on a dream, or like because they want us to be home or safe or whatever it is, and then we commit to it, and then we're like, what if we continue to chase that thing?
Yeah.
And they're
Can't
like,
do that because it builds resentment.
right,
Yeah.
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 Well, I think on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching Man vs. Morning. If you're interested in catching us on the Pepperbox exclusive after show,
Pepperbox.
check it out. The link's in the description below. You can get a 14-day free trial just by checking that out. And Mr. Admin, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
This is a handshake moment. God, it just
why he does
murders me that you won't do the handshake.
That's why he does it. It just scarred me forever. We'll see you next time.
Want to shake hands?
See you later.
Wow, we're glad you came.